Well, I'm back. Hello, DP Crazy Lady here. It is 9:25 a.m. It is the 2nd of June. It is Sunday, 2024. And here's what I've accomplished so far on Curl Up with a Good Book by Randall Spangler. It's a diamond art. There we go. It is a 27.6 by 27.6 or 70 by 70 centimeter. There are 55 colors and one AB. And I started it on the 27th of May. And I am definitely taking my time. So here is the right lower corner. And at first I kept asking my daughter, what the heck is this? And I mean, at first I thought when I was doing a little bit of it, it was like a marble or something. She said it looks like eggs. And I'm like, why are there eggs while he's curled up with a good book? And I kept saying, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. She goes, hey, talk to Randall Spangler. He's the one that painted it. He drew it. Ask him. So I don't know why they're there. I don't think the rest of the painting is going to explain it to me, but they're there. So your guess is as good as mine. I love his tail. I love the way the scales look. And also, this tells whether it's male or female, and I can't remember. If it's 2, then it's the female. If it's 3, it's male. I don't remember. You'd have to look up Randall Spangler and read his explanations. I don't really care. I just like doing this. And this is the area I am working on right now. And the next one will be my purple that I cannot wait to get to. So I'm going to put you in the holder. I'll talk for a little bit. There's really not a lot going on, but I thought I would at least come on here so you knew I was still around. And we'll get to it. So right now I have the light out. So hang in there and I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. The temperature right now is 63 degrees. The weather's been kind of, right now, it must have rained last night. I slept. Well, the puppy woke me up at like 2 a.m. And then, because I had put him in his puppy bed, because I said he's acting up, he's being a lunatic. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get some sleep. So I put him in his puppy bed, and then about 2 to 2:30 a.m., he started whining and crying. And you know, as a mother, you hear, whining and stuff, and right away it's like, oh, it's a baby, So I got up. Excuse me. I got up and let him come in here with me. He laid down, went to sleep, and I think about 4 or 5 o'clock I woke up, had to go to the bathroom. Old age, old bladder. But he stayed asleep, and I woke up at, what was it? I think around 7:30 this morning. So at least I had, my sleep was not uninterrupted, but at least I got in more hours. Before I start this, I did do one more coaster. Let's see if we can get this in here. My light, for some reason, I think it's a cherry pie. Not sure. I hope there's enough light. But these are really easy to do. I like the idea that they're wood. What I did notice, though, being that they're wood, you can't put a light behind them so you can see what you're doing. But, because see, I have a bad habit, of course, like I've said before, that I press too hard. And when I was doing that on the cardinals that I was doing for my mother for her birthday, I was holding it and pressing too hard, and I snapped one of the wings. Now, that's either because I pressed too hard or the things were pretty flimsy, but these are nice. I like these, and I will seal both sides and then put my cork on it. So I did do that. The GBFKE is in New Jersey. It was in New York, and now it's in New Jersey. So I figure, I'd say by Tuesday that it may show up. So I need color number 437, which is A4. And, whoop, that's not it. I need the 4, which is 21, bottle 21. And there we go. The only thing I've noticed with this diamond art is there's no static, but there are a lot of drills that are clumped together, and I cannot get them apart. So hopefully, well, it's a good thing I saved a lot of my diamond art drills in square and in round. So if I happen to run out because of the clumping ones that I cannot get apart, I'll at least hopefully have enough to make up for that. Okay, it's raining right now. Well, it rained overnight, apparently. That's what I was getting at about sleeping. I slept and did not notice, but when I got up this morning, I could see all the ground was wet, and so it apparently rained. I think it's kind of light drizzling right now because you can barely see excuse me, the rain. I was going to do it yesterday and didn't. I said I put it off. I should not have put it off till today. So now with the rain, I can't do it. I wanted to go out. Like I said, I don't have any of those garden shear things, the big ones, to cut tree branches and things like that, small tree branches. But I do have that miter saw, and I wanted to go out and get the, let me bring this up just a little bit because I know sometimes it blurs. I need to, like I had said, there are 2 trees growing among my plants, and I need to get out there and hack them down as far as I can get behind, the bushes and things. So I still want to do that, but I don't know if I want to do it in the rain and in the yuck that's out there. I don't want to traipse around in that. So we'll see what happens later today if the sun comes out, or I don't even know what the weather's supposed to be like today because I don't look at the weather. I don't bother. I just wake up that day, look outside and say, okay, then I know if I'm going somewhere, I know what to wear, what to do. My mother will probably go grocery shopping with me this month. Because I told her, I said I would just pick up whatever she needed because she said she wasn't sure if she really needed, much of anything. Just, the yogurt that my stepdad loves yogurt. I mean, he could eat it 2 or 3 times a day and, every day. And so he loves it. And I always make her buy, like 24 to 48 containers or where I said, get a lot of it. That way it's good for him for the whole month. He can eat that, snack on it. I try to make her get as much as possible. And then she needs her creamer and such. But I said, if you really are not feeling good because her knees are really bothering her, she's having a hard time walking. I said, well, if you're not feeling good and your knees are bothering you and everything, you just give me a list. I'll pick the stuff up and I'll bring it up to you. And she said, oh, no. She said, well, it depends. She said, sometimes she said, I just want to get out of here, just to go somewhere or do something. So she'll probably, unless her knees get worse and she really can't move around too much, she'll probably be going, we'll be going grocery shopping. I mean, she drives her own car, we meet at the grocery store and she goes in and gets, all the stuff she needs. And then we hit up, we go to Aldi's first and then we go to Walmart after. And since Walmart is just about on the halfway home to her, that works out good for her. So what's everybody else into this, beginning of June, a new month, same old year, different month, or is it same old, just a different month? Every day is the same. Nothing much else going on. I think the people next door, the ones that, had used my electricity before, I think they might be totally moved out. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them back in about a week or so, as far as, grabbing more stuff out of the house. They had taken the dog out a month ago. So, and I think they said they're staying at relatives or something. I know she's trying to find a place, to stay in the area. So, let's hope, that they find a halfway decent place. So, the weeds are growing up along the side of her mobile home, and I'm not going to cut them. They're on my side, in between the two mobile homes, but she has flowers growing up against the mobile home, and now the weeds are, engulfing all that, and I don't want to chop away at the weeds and possibly kill her flowers, because she said the flowers that are there, they originally belonged to, I think she said, her grandmother. And her grandmother passed away many, many, many years ago. And every time she's moved, she's taken them with her and have kept them alive all these years. So I don't know if they're irises or gladiolas or what. I don't remember. Like I said, I'm not real familiar with flowers. But anyway, and I don't want to kill them. So, the weeds will keep growing because I'm not touching them. And she should be coming back to get those if that's, so I don't know how far she's moved out of, or how much more she has to do or what, but have not seen her in a while. So, yeah, the weather has been so weird. I half expected that, with the climate, the way it is and everything. Everything keeps changing. And, one day it's like really, really hot. So I turn the AC on. And then 2 days in a row, it's so cold, I turn the heat on. It's like, geez. Oh, and as far as my water bill, now get this. This is what I said. I don't understand these meters or whatever's going on because I can't read them. They're invisible. You got to have a digital, reader or something. But I did tons of laundry in the month of May. Tons. And I still have, like I said, the big heavy quilts and things left to do. I've been putting that off. So I did probably, and I have a smaller washing machine, but it's still, you do a large load, medium load, or a small load, and it still takes up some gallons of water. I have that stackable. So anyhow, I did probably, I don't know, 6 loads, full-size loads of laundry. And I used, apparently, according to the readout, I used less water from May to June than I did the 2 months before that I didn't do laundry. So I don't get it. And it's not like, oh, the more water you use, the cheaper your bill is going to be. That don't make sense. So I don't know what's going on. So, and there's nothing I can do about it. You can't argue with the idiots that were managers of the park. And you can't argue with the idiots that own the park because they're in Texas. What do they care? So... And my daughter, her face is all down, no swelling. Yeah, there probably was an abscess or something, but like she said, right where he gave her the shots to numb the area to do the root canal and put that cap, on her tooth, is the 2 areas that developed. And now, if she had an infection or an abscess or something prior to, because she said her didn't hurt. There was nothing, no pain, no swelling, no nothing. And, you'd think if you had a toothache or a swelling or, an abscess or something like that, you'd notice it. And I don't know, she said he did do an x-ray too. He did do an x-ray. Now, if he did that, what kind of dentist is he if he didn't see that and say, okay, look, I'm going to send you home with some antibiotics. We're going to take care of the abscess or the infection, whatever. And then, come back on blah, blah date and we'll take care of the root canal and so on and so forth. And he didn't do that. So all that pain and suffering she went through because he didn't do what I think he should have done. But she's feeling good now. Now she's got another appointment with him on the 19th. Let's hope this goes better. Because if I have to, my daughter sometimes won't speak up. She figures, oh, he's a doctor. He knows what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. If I go in there, I'm really going to jump in him, And then on Monday, tomorrow, we're going, she has her prescription for eyeglasses, the amount of change that's happened in her eyes, just a little bit. She has astigmatism, so the right eye has blurred a little. And thankfully, there are 2 places that will accept her card for free glasses. So we don't have to pay. We found 2. I told her, I said, all you have to do is just get some cheapy plastic glasses. I mean, then you go back in a year or 2 years, in 2 years and get examined again. That way the glasses, if they're falling apart or whatever, no big deal. And you can always buy newer ones later, better or something, but the ones she has now are plastic, and she's had them for a good, 6 years, 5 or 6 years, so they're holding up enough. It's good enough. I told her what's important is, yeah, you want them to look nice or whatever. I said, but the important thing is you got to be able to see, so who cares? Now, my eye exam is not until the 25th of this month, and if mine have changed, I can go to one of those 2 places and just get new glasses. So They only let you pick, of course, from specific ones, but I don't care, but I only wear mine to do my diamond painting or cross stitch or, to read. I don't need them for the television. I don't need them to drive. So it's no big deal. So that'll be okay. Let's see. Yesterday for supper, what did we have? Oh, I had my first pasta noodles yesterday that I haven't had in a long time, because it said it was those Knorr egg noodles type thing, like chicken flavor, It said 45 carbs for the whole package. Now, I was not going to eat the whole package. I usually eat, maybe half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup, along with all the other stuff we eat. So, and then I had some that I had left over, and I'm sorry I threw them out. They were not good. Long awaited, not having egg noodles, and how long, because I love making tuna noodle casserole. And I haven't made tuna noodle casserole in I don't know how long. Well, I do, almost 2 years or more. So, had them and was very, very disappointed. I suppose I shouldn't have had a prepackaged yuck, So, we had that along with little teeny cheapy steaks. And I told my daughter, I said, that's it. I said, I haven't had a good steak in a long, long time. And I know they're expensive. I know they are. Because I've seen them at Walmart thinking, oh my gosh, that's, wow. That's a heck of a food budget right there, all on its own. But I told her, I said, if we have enough, because I've got plenty of meat in my freezer, I only need some spices. I need piddly things this month. I don't, and I do get some food stamps, so I don't need a whole lot of stuff this month. I've got plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and buy at least one good size steak and split it between my daughter and I. I don't know what's a good steak. Anybody know? Is it, a T-bone, a porterhouse, I don't know, because I don't know steaks. I don't. I live mostly on chicken, fish, maybe a little pork chops now and then stuff, but steaks, I don't know. I mean, I know filet mignon is supposed to be really good, but I think the first and last time I ever had a filet mignon, I was 17, graduated, went to my prom, and my then soon to have been husband, we went to a Brown Derby, and he ordered filet mignon, and that's the first and only time I've ever had it. So you know how many years ago that was. So anybody got a suggestion on a good steak, reasonable or whatever, and I'd like to know so I know what I'm buying. I'm sure y'all have suggestions, so you can put them in the comments below and tell me if you've had a good steak and you know what they are. Because I'll have like a piece of steak and a big salad. I don't necessarily have to have a baked potato. What I'll do is just get the cauliflower, make cauliflower mash, and have that with the baked potato. So it's pretty much protein and vegetables. So, let's see, anything else? Today I have no clue what I'm having for dinner. I thought about making salmon. I may do that. I have to see what veggies I have, because I'm pretty much out of fresh veggies. I think I may have a small piece of fresh broccoli in there. I'm not sure. You know, coming toward the end of the, you know, the grocery shopping month, you go through it pretty dang on quick. So, not sure what we'll have. I do have some, you know, canned carrots and such. I have yet to buy a can opener, y'all, that you suggested. I looked them up on the on Amazon, and even some of the ones that were suggested, people have complaints about them breaking and not cranking like they should, and you know, they'd stop cranking after a while, and so on and so forth. So I have no idea what to buy. I hate to spend $20-$30 on a can opener, and you know, 3-4 months later they quit and I can't return them, you know, so that's another out of my pocket. So I'm kind of leery. I'm going to see what my mom has, because I know she said she bought one that works really good, and I don't know how many cans she opens. So, because that's what happened to this one that I had bought. The gear's stripped. You know, you just keep turning the handle and nothing happens. Nothing turns. So, we'll see. I have no clue. I mean, a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, I don't open that many cans, because nowadays most of the cans you buy, you know, they have pull tabs, you know. So none of the cans I have in there, other than sometimes your black olives, not even your tuna fish and cans of chicken and stuff have pull tabs. So the only ones I've seen that I have bought that have pull tabs are my olives, and I don't have any in there that have pull tabs other than that. And a matter of fact, the last can of olives I bought didn't have a pull tab. So I had to sit there and use it, you know, the pointy end of the can opener thing, and just make holes until I got enough around it so I could lift the lid enough. But, oh, it's such a pain. So I said, I'm not going to bore you too much and keep you on here too long. I never want to bore anybody, please. I noticed that I think the last time I looked, there was 491 subscribers. And like I said, I know not all 491 are watching. Some people subscribe and then just walk away, and I understand that. I still am very, very grateful that, you know, with who is watching, who does comment, that it is the big quilting bee, you know. It's just delayed. You know, I talk, y'all listen, y'all comment, and then I chat back at you. Love it. You know, it gives me somebody to talk to. And this is a video diary, like I've said many, many times. When I'm gone, you know, if my daughter even cares to, she can get right up there on YouTube and listen to her crazy mom babble away. And at least, you know, she may not see my face, but she's got photos. But she may not see my face, but she'll never forget my voice. So she knows I love her. She knows, you know, I try to be here as in every way possible. And yeah, we have arguments. Who doesn't? You get two women living in the same house, guess what? Ouch. You know, so, but manage every day, to do, you know, what needs to be done. So, well, I'm going to get off here then, so you all can get back to whatever it is you was doing. I know most of you do what you're doing and just kind of listen, like I said, white noise. And that's pretty much what I do too when I'm watching or listening to YouTube. I've been listening. The one thing I've been listening to, and okay, don't think I'm weird or anything like that, but there's these different ones about, like I said, crime and whatever. But I listen to these idiots in these police interrogations. I mean, real criminals. And if you remember, there used to be a thing called, The Dumbest Criminal. It was a series, that I forget what channel put them out or something. Dumbest Criminals, that was a misshapen one. Dumbest Criminals and how they do stupid things and how they get caught, And I cannot believe that, first off, these criminals that go in there, well, that's how they get caught anyway, because they are dumb. But first off, to believe what the police are telling them, because police are allowed to lie to you. That's, in an interrogation. They can lie all day long. But if you think you were smart enough to commit a crime, a murder, or theft or kidnapping, whatever you did, if you thought you were smart enough to do that, then why aren't you smart enough to keep your mouth shut and say, I want a lawyer? I just find it hilarious, that goes on. I mean, thank God they do get caught, because that's, an important thing. But I just find it silly, that they believe what is being told to them. So, well, I know I went off on a stupid little rant, tangent, whatever, but I'm going to let y'all go. And like I said, get back to what you're doing. If you got a special Sunday meal that you all had as families now, in the past, way back then, hey, tell me what it is. You're always saying you want me to give you guys ideas, or you like the ideas of, being a type 2 diabetic and what I'm eating. And, I've gained a little bit of the weight. I have. I'm so ticked off. From 155, now I'm at, well, the scale keeps saying either 157, then it'll say 159, then it'll give, and then it said 160, then later on in the day or the next day it'll be 158 or whatever. I am so ticked off because I tried to get to 150. I stayed at 155 for almost a year and a half, and I mean, I know what's happening. I know on occasion I've had a helping of potato chips. My fault. I may have had more than one or two slices of bread in a week, and I shouldn't, because I know that if you stay away from major portions of carbs, you're doing good. But all you have to do is eat a few things of carbs that you're not used to eating, and it will put weight on you almost immediately. It really will. I don't care what anybody says, but it does. So I have to stop that. So I am not bringing in another bag of chips in this house. I was sticking with the keto bread, which that's what I should be staying with. And from now on, when I want a hamburger here at the house, I'm going to use the lettuce wrap as my bun. And I'm going to tell you, that's what I had a few weeks ago, and it was so good. Because without the bun, you could taste that burger so much. It was way more delicious. Way. Because you got the burger, not all that bread and, whatever. So I'm going to do that from now on. I'm going to either that, or I'm going to use the egg white wraps and put my burger in, and make like that. So, yep, I'm going back to it. And when this weather decides to make up its mind, I've got to get out and start at least walking once or twice a week to get moving, or do my elderly exercises off of YouTube at least once a day. So, okay, I forget where I was at, where I was going with this, but yeah, if you've got any meal suggestions, and doesn't matter if they're high carb or whatever, I can, change them. But I mean, if you have a special meal that y'all ate on a Sunday, or a special meal that your family used to make, and you really like it, you love it, you kept the idea of it, let me know. I mean, I'm always telling y'all, so y'all tell me. So, well, I'm going to get off here, and thank you so much for joining me on a Sunday. That's most people's day off, to relax and not listen to some crazy woman babble at them. So, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. When you go back to work on Monday, try not to work too hard. Just kind of ease on into that new day. So, y'all have a good one. I love you all. I thank you so much for joining and visiting and commenting. So, hugs, DP Crazy Lady. She's out.